Welcome to Monday Motivator. On this Memorial Day, as we honor those who served our great country, I would like to introduce you to one of my living heroes, a great friend, and the inspiration for my book on forgiveness and reconciliation. Dan Cherry is like most heroes in that you would never know of their hero status by their quiet demeanor and humble spirit. But it won't take you long to realize Dan Cherry was and is to this day an amazing man. Brigadier General Dan Cherry, United States Air Force retired, served our country for 29 years, flying airplanes such as the F-105, the F-4, and the F-16. He also commanded the Air Force Thunderbirds, the 8th Tactical Fighter Wing, and the Air Force Recruiting Service. On April 16, 1972, then Major Dan Cherry was on a mission in North Vietnam when he encountered a dogfight that would change his life. Major Cherry squeezed the trigger of that radar-guided AIM-7 Sparrow missile, hitting the North Vietnamese MiG-21 jet pilot, which exploded in a huge fireball. The MiG pilot ejected and his parachute opened directly in front of Major Cherry. Dan Cherry continued to serve his country many years after that eventful day in North Vietnam. Dan Cherry had a dream of a park in his hometown of here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, that would honor local pilots who made a significant contribution to aviation. But little did Dan Cherry realize this particular project would change his life and the lives of many others in ways no one could have ever imagined. Dan Cherry and a group of his walking buddies took a trip to the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio. And the one exhibit that changed lives that day wasn't even at the museum. Knowing that Dan Cherry and his friends were from Kentucky, a staff member commented about an airplane that held some historical significance to the bluegrass state. He told them that it might become available because the VFW, where it was located, was having difficulty taking care of it. As fate would have it, that VFW was only 20 miles down the road. To everyone's amazement, the numbering 66-7550 on the tail of that F Phantom jet left no doubt that Major Dan Cherry had been reunited with an old friend from 30 years earlier. Dan Cherry's F-4 Phantom jet soon had a new home in Bowling Green, and it became clear that the seed of an idea planted with the discovery of that plane had flowered into something much bigger than anyone had ever imagined. Today, the Aviation Heritage Park honors some of America's finest combat aviators, and their plans are to host many more airplanes and honor the pilots who flew these wonderful machines. For over 30 years, I filed away memories of that MiG pilot that I shot down, recalls Dan Cherry. Did he have a family? Did he survive the bailout and return to fly again? Curious, Dan Cherry wrote a letter to a journalist and a TV show anchor in Vietnam, and only a few weeks later, Dan Cherry received an invitation to appear on the TV show. The separation never seems to have existed. 30 years after that life-changing dogfight, Dan Cherry would meet the pilot of the defeated MiG-21. Since then, the two men have become close friends, spending time together both in Vietnam and in the United States. The power of forgiveness and reconciliation prompted that Vietnamese pilot to ask Dan Cherry to research the American pilot that he had shot down in the war. Dan Cherry kept his promise. And on April 26, 2009, the Vietnamese pilot and the American pilot that he had shot down embraced each other with tears in their eyes. As Steve Hartman of CBS News expressed, the war went away. Happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you next Monday.